Hello everyone, this is Maki. GQuuuuuX beginning is really heating up. Today, I'm going to analyze the special entry bonus that was distributed in Japan. It actually featured a mobile suit that made a brief appearance in beginning. There's even a chance that it might show up in the TV anime as well. A quick heads up, tonight's show is chock full of story spoilers. If you want to experience the story without prior knowledge, be sure to watch the movie first before tuning in. Alright, are you ready? Let's dive into the analysis. Today's mobile suit topic is the gun tank. It also appeared in First Gundam. This mobile suit was developed under the GQuuuuuuX project just like the Gundam and the gun cannon. Its most distinctive feature is its lower half, which consists of tank treads. And here we have the gun tank from the world of GQuuuuuX. It's equipped with massive cannons on its shoulders and weapons on its arms as well. Compared to the gun tank in First Gundam, this design looks drastically different. The shoulder-mounted weapons are designed as railguns. They can adjust their angle not only up and down but also from side to side. Meanwhile, the arm-mounted weapons are described as firing shells using gunpowder. Since the mobile suit is still in the early stages of development, the attempt to miniaturize the fusion reactor failed, resulting in the use of a much larger one. One of the biggest differences from the gun tank of First Gundam is the placement of the arms. Instead of being mounted on the torso, they are attached below the railguns. By moving along the railgun barrels, they can function similarly to construction equipment. It kind of brings to mind the scene from the opening animation of the Zero HMS team, doesn't it? This gun tank appears in beginning as erect unit, destroyed by Sharon Denham. Did its development end after it was destroyed by Char and his team? Or was it redesigned and put into service in some form? If you're a big fan of the gun tank, you definitely won't want to miss the TV anime. Actually, in the early concept written by Mr. Hideaki Anno, the first enemy that the Gundam piloted by Char was supposed to fight was the gun tank. However, in beginning, the gun cannon took its place in the battle. So how did the battle go? Let's take a closer look. When Sharon Denham infiltrates Side 7, they discover the GQuuuuuuX project mobile suits still in component form and proceed to destroy them. As Sharon looks at the disassembled parts of the gun tank, he speaks in a tone of disbelief. What a pointless and inefficient tank! Does the Earth Federation even understand what a mobile suit is supposed to be? Then, just as in beginning, Sha discovers the Gundam and disembarks from his Doku. At that moment, a gun tank launches from the Earth Federation base and begins to attack Denham's Doku. Sha activates the Gundam and moves to assist Denham. He then grabs the gun tank's weapon with the Gundam's hand, pushing it and knocking it over. This scene mirrors the iconic moment in First Gundam, where Ammo's Gundam rips off the Doku's hit P and knocks it over. Praising the overwhelming power of the Gundam, Sha goes on to completely destroy the gun tank. And just like that, the gun tank's brief moment in the spotlight is over. The gun cannon definitely gives a more dynamic and action-packed impression. In First Gundam, Ammo managed to defeat two Zokas. Perhaps in beginning, Sha's Gundam was originally supposed to defeat both the gun tank and the gun cannon. However, due to time constraints for the battle scene, the gun tank's appearance may have been cut. Personally, I would have liked to see the gun tank in action as well. Shah's criticism of the Gundam's inefficient design also makes an impression. After all, the Earth Federation was designing mobile suits for the first time. This is just my personal speculation, but I don't think the Gundam was built with the goal of completing a mobile suit. Rather, it may have been designed as an attempt to adapt existing technology to the mobile suit framework. In other words, the Gundam was probably created to test prototypes for fusion reactors and mobile suit weapons. Interestingly, there's a similar case in the Universal Century, the Gundam F-89. The Gundam F-90 and F-91 are both small mobile suits, standing about 15 meters tall. The F-89, however, was built as part of a technological trial that led to their development. However, its height is around 18 meters, about the same as older mobile suits. At first glance, it seems logically inconsistent for a small mobile suit prototype to be as large as previous models. However, the company that designed the F-90 series suddenly was still relatively inexperienced in mobile suit manufacturing compared to a giant like Anaheim Electronics. So instead of jumping right into a small mobile suit, they tested new technologies using the framework of a larger, more stable, and well-understood mobile suit design. When we think of the Gundam in a similar way, it's not just an inefficient and oddball weapon. In fact, it played a crucial role in the eventual creation of the Gundam, a truly powerful mobile suit. Of course, this is just my personal interpretation, so keep that in mind. What do I think of the Gundam from GQuuuuuX? Well, even though it's a work-in-progress design, I'd say it has a certain charm as a support mobile suit. But at the same time, I can see Xiao's point. It is definitely not the most efficient mobile suit in terms of modern combat tactics. In beginning, the Gundam had very little screen time. It only appeared as a set of parts before being destroyed, making its presence almost non-existent. At this rate, the chances of a Gunpla release seem pretty slim. All we can do now is hope that he makes a proper appearance in the upcoming TV anime. Let's continue to support the Gundam, believing that its mighty railguns will fire the bullets of justice and strike down the evil Zeon invaders. Thank you for watching to the end. See you next time on the show.